Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make fabric leaves. I use tons of scrap fabrics that I have on hand to make all these little leaves. They're really easy to make. They take about 5 minutes tops each, and I came up with this really pretty sort of table topper that looks like falling autumn leaves. So let's get started. You're going to need scrap fabrics, a lot of them, different colors, or if you want them all the same, you can do that too. I cut them about 4x4, 5x4, it depends on what you have. I used only the fabrics I had in my scrap collection. I'm trying to get rid of all my fabric scraps, slowly but surely. So you're going to need some of that pressed and cut. Here's some other ones that I use, some oranges, all different colors, sort of the fall themes. And then low loft batting. You definitely want to use low loft for this project or it'll be too puffy for your table. And you're going to cut those about the same size as your fabric squares. It does not have to be perfect because it's all going to be trimmed down. So the first thing you're going to do is decide which fabric's on the top and which one's on the bottom. So I'm going to use this fabric for the bottom and this one so that you can see the stitches easily for the top of the leaf. I'm going to grab a piece of batting, put this on top, the fabric's facing outwards, so you want the right side of the fabric facing out on there and the right side of the fabric facing out on the back as well, because that's going to be the top of the leaf, going to be the bottom. All right, you're going to smooth it down. Then you're going to take really good fabric scissors and cut out a leaf shape. I freehand this. You can do it however you'd like. If you want to trace a more intricate pattern on, you can. And you're just going to go carefully around. Definitely use good scissors here. It's really worth it. It does not have to be perfect. Leaves are not always perfect, so that's up to you. I really enjoy just sort of doing it really easily. So then you're going to separate them carefully, leaving them like so. And you're going to peel off the batting because you want to trim it down further because you're going to sew around the edge and you don't want all the batting sticking out. So I just sort of eyeball it and cut about 1/4 inch around the edges. Again, it does not have to be perfect. Throw those away. You're going to put that back in, and you can see how there's going to be a nice edge about 1/4 inch all around to sew on. Put the top fabric back on. Line up the edges, and then you're going to sew. And I do this all in one motion, and I'm using a dark thread so you can see the veins of the leaf and the outline. You can use whatever thread color you want if you want it to match. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to start about 1/4 inch in. I like to use my, and I definitely back stitch just a little bit, and you're just going to go all the way around. Again, these take all of, and you're going to come back up this way. I do another little back stitch, and then I'm going to come up the middle to do the veins of the leaf. I don't even cut my threads at this point, I just keep sewing. Bit more. I pull it out a little bit. You do use a little bit more thread doing this, and then you're going to line it up like so. And sometimes I just even do it by hand. Bringing up your needle the whole way and then loosening up the thread. And that is it. There's your leaf. the last thing you want to do before you can put it in your project, you're going to trim off all those little threads from the front and the back. Keep trimming around. And the other thing I do is I trim around the edges, because its fabric does shift a little bit when you're sewing. You can see how it's shifted there a little bit. And I would trim, after I trim the threads, I would trim up all of that edge just a little bit to make it just a little bit neater. And there you have it. I would go all the way around, again getting rid of all the threads, and there is your 5-minute fabric scrap leaf. Very easy and fun to do.